So after this past week's win against the Lions, with Jordan Love having a very, very solid game, throwing 3 touchdown passes, was very accurate. Now the Packers sitting at 5-6. The question I want to ask now is Jordan Love the Packers QB of the future? And I put out a poll after the Lions game to sort of see what all of you guys were thinking. I put up the poll here on my YouTube channel. And here are the results. We had 4,900 votes. 91% say yes. 91% are saying Jordan Love is the Packers QB of the future, that he has shown you enough to convince you that he is the guy. 9% say no. So I think this is a very different number than we would have seen back when the Packers were 2-5, when Jordan Love in those 4 games threw 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. The past 2 games, he has looked very, very good. So my opinion at this point, right now I'd say my confidence level in Jordan Love being the guy is 90%. The only thing I'm waiting to see is, can we continue to see consistency? Because after, one good game, you say, okay, that's one good game, but can he do it again and again? And now we've seen it, honestly, in my opinion, 3 straight games. That game against the Steelers, he did throw 2 interceptions near the end, but a majority of that game, he looked really good in my opinion. But he's had 2 very, very good performances, one against the Chargers, and then one against the Lions, throwing over 300 yards against the Chargers, and then almost 300 yards again versus the Lions with 3 touchdown passes, and he got off to a hot start. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, one to Jaden Reed and one to Tucker Kraft. The only thing I'm sort of waiting and seeing with is the 2 defenses we have played the past 2 weeks. They have not been good. They've been bottom 10 defenses. Detroit and the Chargers are both tied right now when it comes to scoring points allowed per game at 24th in the NFL. So Jordan Love, he's done very, very good, and honestly, I'm pretty convinced that he is the guy for the future. The middle stretch of games, I was sort of hesitating because when you see a guy being one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the NFL, sure, he has his nice moments, but during that stretch, if he had continued playing like that, he wouldn't have been the guy. And so, for me personally, I needed to see some kind of improvement in Love, see some accuracy improvement, see him be able to, make plays in big moments. And that's exactly what we've seen the past few weeks. Against the Chargers, that go-ahead touchdown pass to Romeo Doubs with 2:33 remaining. The game before that, he had 2 opportunities against the Steelers, threw 2 interceptions. The game against the Chargers, he gets it done. So it's awesome to see him do that in a big-time, crucial moment where the Packers needed points. And then against the Lions, a 7-3 team, or I guess an 8-3 team now, or an 8-3 team currently, to see Jordan Love do what he did against that team without some of his top weapons, without Aaron Jones, without Dontavian Wicks, without Luke Musgrave, he is 100% trending in the right direction. And so right now, I'm almost fully certain that he is the guy. I still want to see a little bit more, and I think when we look at the contract situation with Jordan Love, this offseason we give him a 1-year extension, and so that means he's signed through 2024. And the Packers, of course, decide not to give him the 5th-year option, instead give him this 1-year extension, which gives him $13.5 million guaranteed instead of the 5th-year option, which would have given him $20.2 million guaranteed. And he's able to make a few $1,000,000 extra in incentives when you compare it to that 5th-year option. So the Packers sort of hedge their bets a little bit, where they didn't have to give him the full $20 million guarantee, but still for Jordan Love, he gets $13.5 million guaranteed, which is better than him just having to play out the final year on his contract. And so the Packers will have a decision to make, but technically, right now, they do have him under contract for 2024. And so the question becomes, are they going to give him a contract extension soon? Obviously, I think they will give him a contract extension when they are fully convinced that he is the guy. I still think right now it's a little premature to give him an extension just because you don't really need to. You have him under contract. If he keeps playing this well and you're fully certain, you can give him a contract extension this offseason, which would make him a, very, very highly paid quarterback. And if you do that, sooner rather than later, you at least probably beat a few other guys who may get paid this offseason who will up the quarterback market. But I still think that right now, if I were, Brian Gutekunst, GM Brian Gutekunst, I don't think you need to give him the extension right now. I still think we need to see a little bit more to be able to, give him let's say a 3, 4, 5-year extension. I'd want to see a little bit more because I don't think the Packers are going to rush this because it's a very big decision. I do think he's special. He looks to be a very good quarterback. And if he keeps playing like he has, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL if he does what he's done the past couple weeks consistently on into the future. And he will get his money once he proves to the Packers that he is the guy. But let's just wait a little bit, see how he does the rest of the season. And then I think this offseason, the Packers should potentially give him a contract. If these next 6 games, if they make the playoffs, I say why not? Give him the money. Let's move on with Jordan Love. for the foreseeable future. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.